So in this video, I want to talk about the prophecy of Daniel mentioned by Jesus himself in Matthew 24:15. If you search the New Testament for the name Daniel, this is the one and only mention in all of the New Testament. And the context concerning the abomination of desolation being perceived is Daniel 12:11. So from the time when the continual offering is turned aside. So there is a continual offering going on, which is said to be turned aside, but not before it is heightened, which points back to Daniel chapter 8, namely verse 11, where we see he, the Antichrist, ingratiated unto the prince of the host, and he heightened the continual offering. So, without a temple, there is no continual offering according to this transgression here. This is a transgression. Where if we jump down to Daniel 8:14, we see the connection of the heightening of a continual offering in relationship to 2,300 days passes by. Where then again in Daniel 12, we have a 1,335 days that are given according to what Jesus is quoting in Matthew 24:15 concerning when the continual offering is turned aside, then the countdown of these days begins. So we have 2,300 days from the heightening to the turning aside, and then from the turning aside to the finishing of the blissful dragging along is 1,335 days. So I'm convinced that in relationship to the watch time parables, which I talk about in tons of my videos, the second and third watch times mentioned encompass the first and second halves of Daniel's 70th week, but we have the additional eventide out resurrection till midnight, which is the 2,300 days. And then when the door of the wedding is shut and then the foolish are locked out, this is the turning aside of the continual offering into that becoming desolate, which is given 1,335 days, which is a little bit of a carryover into the fourth watch time, which is the cutoff for the cursed of Matthew 25:41. Which again, the heightening of the continual offering in Daniel 8:11 counts down the 2,300 days, which then the turning aside of the continual offering, Daniel 12:11, counts down the 1,335 days after the 2,300 days are completed, which is midnight. This is the profound wisdom that the parables of Jesus, namely the watch times, are revealing to those who are paying attention now in the last days approaching. Or let me add that Daniel 12:2 is the resurrection of John chapter 5, verses 28 and 29 here, which I call the all resurrection, subsequent, after the out resurrection at eventide. So this resurrection will happen sometime before midnight. So the point being is that until there's a temple, Christ is not returning. There is no resurrection here. Because this again points right back to Daniel chapter 12, where if you back up to verse 1, this is the great affliction of Matthew 24:21. Right here. You can read all this, a time of affliction which has not been made to become from the becoming of any nation until that same time, according to the resurrection. Those who are sleeping in the Adama of the dust will wake up, including all of the virgins.